Hi all, today I'm showing you my version of a cherry cobbler, half Claire Saffitz and half mine. You'll see how I changed it. This is the ingredients you'll need. This is the filling. Now this is pretty much everything she did. I didn't change anything on this section, but the other part I did. You'll need to preheat your oven to 475 degrees. First up, I'm taking 3 tablespoons of butter and I'm going to melt it in the microwave. Then I'm adding 2 pounds of pitted cherries to a mixing bowl. Then a half cup of granulated sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of almond extract, an eighth of a teaspoon of kosher salt, and a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and then 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and a quarter cup of lemon juice. Adding everything to the bowl, I'm going to mix. I'm actually changing it to a smaller bowl because I need the mixer. So just mixing it together. Now we're going to make the sweet biscuits. This is the difference that I made. This is how I make biscuits, sweet biscuits. That's what I use. I did forget to add the lemon zest though. First up, you'll notice that I'm adding 4 cups of While Lilly self-rising flour, not 2. I made an extra batch, so I didn't want to film it again, so just go with it. I grated the salted butter, and after I've done that, I'm going to add the sugar to the bowl. I'm going to mix everything together thoroughly. And then I add the butter, and I'm going to coat the butter in the flour, gently mixing it. And then I am going to I'm going to measure out the full fat buttermilk. And then I add the buttermilk, and I'm going to gently mix everything together. And then I dust my work surface, and then I dump the dough out onto the work surface. And I'm just going to form it into a disc, pushing it together, patting it. And then I'm going to add the filling to a greased baking pan. And now I'm going to roll out the dough. You do not want anything thicker than a half an inch. And then I'm using a 1 inch and a half inch, I can't say 1.5 inches biscuit cutter to cut out rounds, basically. If you had a cookie cutter that size, that's perfect. And now I'm just going to layer the biscuit rounds on top of the filling and making sure that the biscuits touch. It's very important or they won't rise. And now I'm just brushing the top of the biscuits with a little butter that I melted earlier. And then I'm sprinkling each biscuit with the turbinado sugar, I guess is how you pronounce it. I always mispronounce it. And then I'm going to put it in the preheated 475 degree, and I'm going to bake for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, I turn it down to 350 and bake it for 35 to 40 minutes. Then after that, I bring it out and let it cool for 30 minutes. And this is what it looks like. It's absolutely delicious. I serve it with ice cream usually. To help our channel grow, we're asking everybody to please like, subscribe, and comment. If you're enjoying our content, we really hope that you are. Please consider becoming a subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. We also ask if you could please watch the video from beginning to end. This is all because of the YouTube algorithm. It wants people to subscribe, like, comment, and of course watch the video from beginning to end. These are all things necessary for them to refer us to new people. When they have videos, you'll see referred. This is your referred video. That's what's going on. It's all because of the YouTube algorithm. So we'd love to grow, and so we're asking for help. So thank you all for your help, and we'll see y'all real soon. We post new videos 3 times a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then again on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider becoming one. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. Also, you might want to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our videos. Sometimes we put up an odd video here and there, and this way you'll always know we have something that goes up. And sometimes we're a little late because there is a queue. We're not automated, unfortunately. All right. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. We wanted to profoundly thank everyone for watching. We're very grateful to all of our new and old subscribers for supporting us and helping us grow. The horrific wildfires in Southern California and Hurricanes Helene and Milton, as well as the storms that have happened in Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Louisiana, Arkansas, the Midwest, there's been so many, and of course Texas, have destroyed lives and communities, affecting so many. And they have a very long road to recovery. So we're encouraging everybody to help those in need by donating to the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, World Central Kitchen, AmeriCares, Operation Blessing, and Save the Children. We're not affiliated with any of these organizations, but we just know they're doing good work on the ground. Also, we wanted to bring up FEMA again. Please contact your congressmen or senators and the president that you want to see FEMA continue, because as we've seen, we've had a lot of natural disasters, a lot of storms, and FEMA needs to continue so these communities can rebuild. There's a difference between giving to a charity that helps with, your immediate needs, but FEMA helps with rebuilding a community. Roads, housing, that kind of thing, grants to rebuild these places. So it's very important. These are tax dollars we use for this. That's why we pay our taxes into. It's not a free ride. We're paying into it, all of us. So if something happens to us, we're able to draw upon that money. So there you go. All right, I'm going to get off my political. It's anything I ever talk about politically, and that's FEMA. All right. As always, we encourage you to please be safe, stay safe, watch the weather reports, bring your pets in. It's very hot. They can't advocate for themselves. Please make sure they've got water, your livestock. Make sure they've got shade, they've got water and feed. All right. As always, stay safe and be blessed, and we'll see y'all real soon. Debating whether to cut part of it because it's gotten out of control. I don't know. It's actually 2 plants and they've gone wild. And I mean our bounty for today. I just actually picked 2 days ago. 2 days ago I picked the yellow squash, and there's more. And there's probably more tomorrow. They grow so fast. And the cherry tomatoes, I had to actually cut back the bush because it's going into the roses, and it's shading other plants that are there that are dying back because the cherry tomato has just gone hog wild, as they say.